Right fellas, welcome back to a brand new video. I've came to meet Jimmy with his Mk2 Escort van. Now this has just been rebuilt as well, mate, hasn't it? You've done literally 30 mile in it.
30 mile, aye.
So still a fresh build, and it's actually sticking up. You're a bricky by trade.
Aye.
So you've got your bricklay and stuff on the side.
Aye, it's all on. I painted on.
Painted, like proper sign writing.
Aye, proper sign written. Aye, I couldn't do decals, like, no.
I'm guessing this is never going to see a tool or a brick.
No, it's not, mate. No, I wouldn't have thought so.
No.
It's not in show to go to work, but I couldn't. The OCD would kick in. I couldn't take that to work, like.
Mate, absolutely beautiful.
Aye.
You were saying as well, it was actually originally a darker shade of blue than this.
It was originally a darker shade of blue, but I wanted something to stand out, so we opted for Ford Monza blue. Aye.
Beautiful colour.
It's lovely. It's a lovely colour.
I was following Jimmy down to do the video, and the car just stands out so much on the road. Like the colour, the wheels, the exhaust, it just stands out so much. Everything all comes together, Adam, as it does, aye. The amount of people that were pointing at it as I was driving down, just unbelievable.
It was good, aye. It's like that all the time. I say, I've had it. I think I bought it as a shell 4 years ago. I got quite a bit done, like through COVID and that. I think it's maybe been done, maybe it's a year and a half, but there's still little odd bits to pieces to do. But I got into my head this year that I wanted to take it out.
You've got a few cars as well, so you've got a couple of options when it comes to driving.
But like, I sort of like more enjoy building them, Adam, you know what I mean?
Enjoy tinkering, going in the garage and messing about. I'm like that, mind.
Aye, I'm the same, aye.
I do enjoy driving.
Oh, I do.
But I like messing about.
I do, but I feel tight after being out in it. I do enjoy it. Aye, I do enjoy it, but I think I enjoy building them more. I think I'm more proud of what I do.
And also, these are, people might think these are like, you've welded
No, they're the original.
They're the original backlights that hasn't been put in. And these
original bumpers,
black bumpers.
They were originally off the Mk2 Escort front bumpers, but they must have reused them and put them on the back of the vans, the Mk2 vans. Mk 1 vans had them the same as well. They were silver, but on the Mk2 van they did them black.
What's the Escort 45? What's the 45?
45's the weight. I think it's something to do with the weight. Aye, what sort of capacity it would take.
Right.
Aye, I think you had 35s, 45s. Just that was on. That was on. It's what's on the logbook as 45. Aye.
Not carry much weight, would it?
I wouldn't have thought so. It's got a spare wheel in. I think that's about it.
So what was it originally? Was it like a 1 litre or something? Or?
I think it was a 1.1.
Was it?
Aye, but they have like a high ratio diff, so like a 4-1 diff.
So it's quite low down.
Aye, it's still got the 4-1 diff.
Has it? So it's quite low down, like
it's
short
fast.
gears.
It's quick off the mark, but obviously with it having the bigger engine in now and a Quaife gearbox, Quaife LSD.
Can I have a look in the back?
Aye.
I don't want to damage it.
No, you're right, man. Can't damage it. It's on your van.
Mate, absolutely amazing. So you've got your spare wheel there.
Spare wheel.
I noticed you've got some speakers as well.
Speakers in, I've got Bluetooth in. Some people like Bluetooth.
Put your music on.
Painted all inside and out.
Black headlining.
It's got a rear. It's not a proper headline at the back. I've done that, but the front has got an original, reproduction headlining.
Would the van have came with that in?
It'll have come with the front bit, not the back. But I just think it takes the drone out of it a bit.
Right. Have you added the sound deadening on the side?
I put the sound deadening because the van originally had side windows in.
Oh, right.
Obviously, I didn't want side windows, so I welded them up, which was a job and a half. And they'd cut the cross members out on the inside as well, so I had to get some material to repair these side bits.
Oh, right.
That came from a Mk2 Escort roof brace.
Did it?
Pretty similar, very similar, so I grafted that in. And then thanks to my mate Graham, who painted it, he made it straight down the side.
Mate, what a job. It's a beautiful paint job as well,
he's done a good job, Graham.
I'm not fussy with paint. Like, it doesn't like my own cars, but this is a nice
it's a nice colour, it's a nice paint job, and it's a beautiful colour. It's nice enough for me. I wouldn't want it any better, really.
What's your wheels again, Jimmy?
They're JBW, John Brown wheels. They're called Smoothies. They're a Lotus twin cam replica wheel.
Mint. Nice size as well for the van.
For the price, Adam, for new. I think they were about 500 with the tyres at the time.
With tyres?
With tyres, Yokohama tyres. But I've been today to buy a Yokohama tyre for the spare, same tyre, £100 for the tyre today.
It's gone up.
It's gone up.
Everything's gone up.
Just the tyre today, £100.
So inside as well, we've got the Carburetor seats. Are they like Cosworth seats, like RS Turbo seats?
Cosworth has been a bigger lad. I like the Cosworth seat.
But you've actually had them retrimmed in Golf GTE, not GTI.
Golf GTE Mark 7.
Hex, like a
It's a tartan.
Tartan.
They do it in a few different colours of tartan, but obviously blue with the van was great.
Amazing.
And then the outsides was Napa leather with blue stitching.
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Right.
And you're on a Mazda 6-speed gearbox?
6-speed gearbox, yeah. All my other cars have usually had Type 9s in, but I tried the 6-speed with this and I absolutely love it. Gear shift's lovely.
Mate.
Sorry, No, you've got to slam it.
Oh, that was a slam, that
Well,
mate.
you've got to slam it.
Mate, beautiful.
Cheers, mate.
And something else quite interesting you were just saying is the back end,
yes,
like from the wing back, is a Mk2 Escort.
It's virtually a Mk2 Escort from here, from there. So it's Mk2 Escort windscreen, Mk2 Escort doors. Then from here, it's Mk2 Escort wing, which merges into a Mk2 wing.
So the wings are special to the van?
Special to a van, they're unique to a van and an estate car. So
how'd you find the wings? Because these are new wings,
they were hard. I got one from one place, one from another place, but you can't, they don't reproduce them. They'll reproduce Mk1 wings, Mk2 wings, but not estate wings.
There's not be that much.
So they were hard to get. And then was the dash. The dash, when I took the dashboard out, I noticed the ends had been cut off and I'm thinking, what's going on here? But what it is, a Mk2 dash panel must be narrower. It must be wider, sorry, than a Mk1. So to fit in the Mk1, they've cut the ends.
Just chopped a couple inches off.
They just chopped the ends off, took everything in the Mk2 dash panel, and then they've just cut the ends off the dash.
Mad.
So then that's I've sourced out, but you learn that much only through building it.
There's
that many different things, but it's the way forward.
And you've also added the little, like the lip on the bottom?
There's it's a front, it's called a Mk2 spoiler.
Right.
It's fiberglass, but I think it just set it off. It does, It is, And then obviously I painted the grille just to be different. It's just what I had in my head. The whole van is just what I've got in my head.
Did you have a picture of the van before you built it?
I sort of knew what I wanted to do. There's a mate of mine, Andy Hardy. He's got a cracking Mk2 van, and his is like how his work van would be, and it's awesome. But I didn't want to be like that. I wanted to be like Andy's van, but more modified.
Can we pop the bonnet, Jimmy? Yeah. So the engine is a Mk1 Focus ST170 engine.
Correct, yeah.
So it's a 2 litre 16 valve.
Yes.
It's a standard 2 litre block, is that right? With a different head.
They're very slightly different on the bottom ends. I think they say they're slightly stronger.
Right.
They've got cracked rods.
They've got what?
Cracked rods. So the bottom, the caps or the end caps can only go one way.
Right.
They must have been made solid and cracked, so that you can't mix them up. They've got to go on one way.
Really?
Well, apparently, yeah.
Well, I'll have to Google image that. It sounds.
Apart from that, the head is just obviously it's got the VVT, which is running. It's running through the ME221 ECU from Motorsport Electronics, and it runs well.
Mate, I like all your black as well.
It's all black.
I like black on it.
I did have the cam cover blue, and I didn't. It was doing me head in, so I used that VHT paint, that wrinkle paint. Oh, it's great.
Came out well, mine.
Oh, it's come out all right.
So you're on carbs as well?
45s. Weber DC yours.
And what alternator were you saying this was,
Jimmy? It's a Denso alternator. It's a small rally alternator. It's very small.
It is small.
It is small. It does the job, so.
You've got your catch can there with your black hoses.
Yes.
Got all your gold heat shielding.
Just to keep the heat down, because the heat off the manifold eats starter motors.
Does it really?
Yeah, just because the starter motor's down there. The manifolds from, it's a Piper manifold from it's come from HPE, but they're the same. Well, that's the same manifold. Come from the same company. And then the rest of the exhaust, I struggled to find one off shelf that would fit. People do them, but with us having the Mazda box, my mate had one and it didn't fit right. So what I did was I went to AAS in Newcastle. They custom made us an exhaust, and for the cost of it and the job he's done, it was unbelievable. I wouldn't go anywhere else for a custom exhaust.
Where's that?
AAS in Newcastle, Advanced Automotive Systems, I believe it's called.
So what radiator are you on? Is that a standard radiator?
No, it's a big header rod. Some people call it Safari rod from Retroford.
Because this engine conversion is pretty common in the Mk1s and Mk2 Escorts,
Mk2s,
isn't it? So there's a lot of people now making parts to make this job.
They are
a lot easier. And
it is. But say you've got no expansion tank because you don't fill the water. You should have an expansion tank really, but what you do is you just don't fill it, so it's got plenty expansion.
Also, you literally just pour it in and...
I just don't fill it, just don't top it, don't neck it.
What do you do? Leave like half an inch below?
Maybe just a little bit below, and it runs well, thermostat kicks in.
What's that? Maximum weights?
1.2. This was rotten, this tag. I actually got a new one made of it. I found a lad who would do it.
It's a nice tag.
It's lovely, but it had to be. I wanted it new. I wouldn't have put the old one on. I couldn't have put the old one on. I couldn't live with that. Like, it's got bias pedal box in. It's got a bias controller, which I've just been mucking on with, but I've still got the front and back brakes to adjust.
Mate, it's a beautiful thing. Honestly, absolutely beautiful. I love it. Absolutely love it.
Done me a few little tweaks on it, mate, and it's what I wanted to do and what I've built, and I've achieved it, and I'm happy with it. And would I change anything? Probably not. No, probably.
Even now we've done it, he's happy with everything on it.
I think I'm happy with it. I think I am happy with it.
I would be.
It's quick enough. It's like saying 100, and I think it's 192 brake. It was rolled.
Right. What kind of torque did it get?
I'm not sure. I'd have to have a look on the thing, but it did have good torque as well. You just find out when you take it out. Like.
Can we go out in it?
We can. Why? Of course.
All
right now, didn't we?
Why? Not bad, are we?
Aye.
Right.
Screw up my belt on. I get your belt on. I did have harnesses in you now, but they do me head in like.
Not for an everyday thing, is it? Like for a...
They look alright. Slam it. That's it. We're in.
Oh, it's small, mind, isn't it? There's no space.
Ready to go, like. We're going to price the job up.
I've got to price a building job up.
I've got this hard wife. She's wanting some work there. It drives alright, you know.
Does it?
It drives better than me Mark 1.
So you're on a Mazda 6-speed gearbox, aren't you?
Mazda 6-speed gearbox. I think it's Lee Butchert is the conversion plate, and it's a cable clutch.
Cable clutch.
Cable clutch.
Not hydraulic.
No, cable.
So you've even got a stereo on that in here and everything?
Bluetooth and that,
Heaters work and everything?
Bluetooth. There's an aerial there for me, radio. I like a radio on the car.
Look how thin that wheel is as well.
I did have a Momo one on, and I'm like, it doesn't look right. I want a
period
basic
wheel.
steering wheel. So I had to put proper gauges in with it, because it's got the Mazda gearbox. Has got no
speedo drive.
Speedo cable. It's I've had to put a GPS one on the front wheel.
Oh, GPS speedo. Is that what that dial is there?
Aye, GPS speedo.
Nice as well, mate.
Does I?
It's got a really nice note to it.
Oh, it's got EAS have done that exhaust. It's lovely, like.
Put this window up a bit.
Aye. EAS done the exhaust, and it sounds very raspy when you give it some, like.
It sounds nice though. It's got a nice rasp to it. So what suspension are you on? It's quite firm, but.
It's on 2.8 Capri struts, coilovers on the front. On the back, AVO adjustables.
Coilovers?
Not coilovers, just adjustable shocks. And it's got leaf springs on, which I've had brand new, which they were the original springs off the van, but I've had them redone.
Right.
From a company in Washington.
Redone like refurbished?
They'll strip them, retemper them, whatever, and set them to the poundage. When I got them back, the van sat right the way up high, and I was like, I didn't want that. So I phoned them. He says, you can take that. There's a short leaf in the bottom. Take that out, and that with an 1.5 inch lowering block in, and I think it's sitting how I wanted it to sit.
So do you use it much? Like, no. You've done 30 mile, haven't you?
I took it out to a little car show. It's not a car show. It was like a meeting. Like a cars and coffee sort of thing.
What, just you and your lads pop out?
No, just me. And I enjoyed it. And I thought myself, I've got that van there, and that van's mint, and that you didn't use it, and nobody sees it, it's locked in the garage. You polish it, you start it up, it doesn't do any good for you, it doesn't do any good for the van. So... It revs well, Adam.
Sounds mint.
People were saying, delete the VVT.
Really? Why?
They were saying you get better torque, and you get better. It gets you more BHP. I decided to leave it on and run it through the Mk2 Am I happy with it? Aye. noise of Weber's, the induction noises, mate.
Sounds amazing.
Aye.
Do you have to get them regularly checked and set up? Or?
Well, that was another like thing with us. Like I've had them go out of balance before, so I went on the bike carbs with my other cars, and they were great. But I like the look of these. I just like the look of it, and I like the sound. So through to YouTube, I learned how to balance them myself.
Aye.
And it's easy.
Is it?
It's easy.
Like
you buy one of them gauges and you pour it on and you turn the screw in the middle and get them. It was running, it was popping, banging. It wasn't happy. It was miles out. So I just turned the screw, put them on. Honestly, it was like a Swiss, you've heard it start up and tick over. Beautiful.
It's just that easy.
It is. So now that I know how to do that, I'm happy. I'm happy. I have got bike carbs that I can put on in case, but I'm happy with them. So
I will keep these on.
I'm going to keep them on.
I will keep these on. Especially now you know how to set them up. And
wait, it was rolling roaded with them on.
And what power did it make? 192?
It was 192 brake. I can't remember the torque, but I'll let you know. I've got the sheet in the house.
What's the van weigh? Do you know?
Dunno.
Must be around a ton, I'm guessing.
It must be, I would think so.
Give or take a little bit. Jimmy, thanks so much for that, mate. Honestly, I love coming to see people's cars.
It's been a pleasure, mate.
This hasn't disappointed.
It's been a pleasure. It's been something I've been needing to do for a while, and thank you very much.
I'll leave a link to my Instagram, fellas. Jimmy hasn't got an Instagram, so if you want to see this car again, you'd have to rewatch his video. But mate, yet again, thanks for doing the video. Honestly, I really appreciate it.
Anytime, mate. Thanks very much.
Cheers for watching, fellas, and I'll catch you on the next one. Spot on, mate.